Yo, I actually can't believe this is real. They finally did it. They finally did a limited Impact Fest villain character, and this Shigaraki looks absolutely freaking amazing. Not only that, they are bringing a bunch of other stuff to the game. Also, 4th anniversary coming up here soon, guys, for anyone that does not know, but like so much stuff to go over in this update. So first, we're going to start with the login bonuses. We will get to the character. We'll go over Shigaraki and his kit here towards the end of the video, but login bonuses, man, did they give us a lot of login bonuses coming up. We have 5 different login bonuses. That means a bunch of free hero gems for you. So if you have not been logging in, you want to make sure you're logging in, because this is absolutely like free summons, as free as it gets. All right, so we have the My Hero Academia Vigilantes login bonus. Now, we don't have a Vigilantes character yet. High chance we get one here in the next month or so. I would almost guarantee it, which is very hype. So day 1 of logging in, you will get 50 hero gems all the way up to day 6. Every single day, you get 50 free hero gems for the My Hero Academia Vigilantes anime. This reward login bonus is already out in the game as of today, April 18th, and will run until May 6th. So you don't have to log in for 7 days consecutively, but you do have to log in for 7 days between April 18th and May 6th to get these rewards. And then on the 7th day, because the first 6 days are 50 hero gems, on the 7th day, they are giving you a free UR memory recruit ticket. Meaning you will be able to summon and potentially get a UR memory that you have not had before. This is actually very, very good. This is a general UR memory recruit ticket, of course, so it's not going to include like limited anniversary memories that went away from the previous anniversaries. So keep that in mind. And then next up, we have the spring login bonus 3rd round. And this one will begin on Monday, April 21st and go until May 3rd. And so day 1, you're going to get stamina times 50. Day 2, you'll get HP flakes times 10. Day 3, you'll get a recruit ticket times 1. Day 4, you'll get protein powder times 10. Day 5, you'll get stamina times 50. Day 6, you'll get speed jelly times 10. And day 7, you get 2 more recruit tickets. So in total, 3 recruit tickets. Like, recruit tickets are actually good now because they let us do multis. So if you get 10 recruit tickets, that is a free multi. So 3 recruit tickets in that login bonus is really good, not to mention the stamina and other things that you get as well. So also a pretty decent login bonus right there for that one. But if that wasn't enough, we also have the Golden Week login bonus. So once again, 7-day login bonus, and this one will be running from April 25th until May 6th. So once again, just log in for 7 days during that time period. Doesn't have to be consecutively, and you will get these rewards on day 1, 30 hero gems. Day 2, 50 stamina. Day 3, top hero device times 1. Day 4, a stamina times 50. Day 5, super gadget. Day 6, 100 stamina, and day 7, another 70 free hero gems. So bunch of free hero gems incoming, at least 100 from this login bonus, right? A ton from the first one, free tickets from the second one, and we're not done yet because there is still more login bonuses coming our way all in this month. So starting on April 30th for this one up until May 12th, you are going to have on day 1, 20 hero gems. Day 2, super gadget times 1. Day 3, top hero device times 1. Day 4, stamina times 50. Day 5, super gadget times 1. Day 6, top hero device times 1. And day 7, recruit ticket times 2. So 20 free hero gems on this one, and 2 recruit tickets as well. That is going to help a lot of free-to-play light spending players out with getting even more summons. I think this is absolutely amazing. And then the final login bonus leading up to the anniversary, Saturday, May 3rd to the 15th of May. And I don't know if the anniversary is actually going to be starting around then, or if we're going to get another login bonus. They've kind of changed the way the dates work a little bit. Like, they've been not launching the anniversaries at the same time every single year, so we'll have to see. But day 1, HP flakes times 20. Day 2, stamina times 50. Day 3, protein powder times 20. Day 4, stamina times 50. Day 5, speed jelly times 20. Day 6, stamina times 100. And then day 7, 100 free hero gems. That is a lot of free hero gems, literally just for logging into the game. Guys, that's absolutely crazy. But then if that's not enough, okay, let's add this in. So after the maintenance, these things were before, so these don't matter. You should already have these if you logged into the game. After the maintenance, you got 50 free hero gems for just cooperating with the maintenance. And then you also, tomorrow, are going to get 10 free recruit tickets. That is a free multi towards any banner you want, essentially, for the My Hero Academia Vigilantes anime. To celebrate that, you can log in anytime between the 19th to the 14th of next month to claim those tickets. tickets, so if you happen to be watching this later. And then additionally, you're also going to get 200 skip tickets. The skip tickets I don't really care about. I feel like most people have skip tickets, but the big thing, I think this is actually really nice. That's a free multi they're giving us for the Vigilantes anime. That's actually massive. And then for drop rate up campaigns, we do have some drop rate up campaigns coming up here soon as well. The main ones you want to look for are main quest rate up campaigns. So we do have a ×3 going on right now, right, with main quest normal and hard. The reason I say look for the main quest ones is because you grind out the main quest through skip tickets to be able to upgrade your character ability boards. And while like the USJ and VE Tower are nice, they don't let you work on character ability boards. So these are the ones that matter the most, right? So ×3 is decent, not the best we've seen, but I mean, it is kind of worth taking advantage of them. But I would make sure you're on the lookout for these ones right here, the ×5 drop rates. We have a ×5 drop rate coming up on 5/3 through 5/6. That is going to be May 3rd through May 6th. So make sure you're logging in during that weekend to be able to take advantage of those ×5 drop rates and get your character ability boards leveled up and everything like that. And then we go back to ×3. So we really only have one ×5 weekend. ×3 weekends are still decent, right? I think they're worth taking advantage of because your stamina only lasts in your gift box for so long. But yeah, make sure definitely you are paying attention to that particular one right there, because that is going to be important to you. And then additionally, we are getting some more events. We are going to be getting a rerun of the climax battle for Night Eye. So Night Eye is coming back on the 20th. That is 2 days away. He's going to run until the 6th. And this time when Night Eye comes back, I'm so glad they changed things up a little bit. We are definitely going to have the new missions that require to use certain characters and whatnot that give you more climax battle medals. That way you're not just sitting there grinding it out every single day hating your life. So we'll definitely see that with Night Eye. That's going to be awesome. And then we're going to get the Shigaraki event, obviously, with the banner when Shigaraki comes out. So it'll be interesting to see how that story comes out. I'm sure it'll be a cool story for Steampunk. It'll be pretty awesome. And then what's not shown here, it's actually already out in the game. We do have new case file chapters. So if you wanted to grind out case files and work on your SR Shigaraki, and you may not have had him DX'd yet, maybe you did, but you can now do that. You can also get some nice stuff for your hero base, some free hero gems at the end when you get to the extra battles at the end. But these are going to be for chapter 2 of case 4, the Revelation case. So it's the most recent case that was added, and now they've just added chapter 2 to it. So you're going to be able to go through that and get some nice rewards for that chapter as well. So if you haven't checked out the case files yet in game, make sure you check that out, because that is already updated in the game. And then we get to the banners. So these are all the banners that are coming up for the game. Right now we have this Ida banner out, right? And we also should have the Step Up banner live. We do have the Step Up banner live for the Celebration Revival. Now we need to talk a little bit about these Celebration Revival banners though, because this is interesting what they've done. So let me get to that really quickly. Here's the Celebration Revival banner 1, Recruit 1. There are 2 of these banners coming out. Recruit number 1 is going to have Deku and Bakugo, as you can see in the image, but even more than that, it is still a step up banner, which is really good because that's going to give you pieces for these characters if you don't have those pieces yet, if you're trying to get these characters to 130. And even more than that, they reduce pity. They reduce pity on this banner to 200. That is amazing. That is absolutely so good. The one thing that they could do to make the game better for me personally is still, like, I'm glad they're starting to reduce pity for some banners. That's a huge step in the right direction. They started doing this about a year ago, right? But if they made pity carry over like during the anniversary, I would not complain. That would be absolutely insane, because you know how many times I could have pitied a character, but I've spent like 50 on one banner, 50 exchange points on another banner, so on and so forth. Like, I would be able to save my points and transfer them between banners. That would be huge. So if that's something we could see during the anniversary, that'd be awesome. But anyways, this banner right here definitely has some value for people, and I do think it's worth summoning on. It's specifically for Bakugo. Deku's good in his own right in a way, but I think Bakugo has like the most uses out of these 2 characters, and I think he's a very good character. It's unfortunate that they put Bakugo on a separate banner from Yaoyorozu, because if Bakugo and Yaoyorozu were on the same banner, it would have been like, yeah, that's a no-brainer, summon on that banner. But honestly, you're gonna have a hard time deciding which of the 2 banners to summon on, because this banner is also really good. It's also a step up banner where you have Yaoyorozu and Uraraka. If we could switch out Todoroki, in my opinion, for Bakugo here, we had Uraraka, Yaoyorozu, and Bakugo. Oh my gosh, that would be the banner to summon on. But unfortunately, it's not that way. But in my opinion, those are the 3 best celebration characters. Deku and Todoroki are okay. They're certainly not bad, but I feel like those other 3 are just kind of a cut above, in my opinion. But 200 pity, still really good. I do think these banners are worth summoning on if you want, but keep in mind that we do have the Shigaraki Steampunk Impact Fest Step Up banner coming out as well here soon after. So if you do summon on these banners, you might not be able to summon on that banner. And keep in mind, this banner ends on the 1st when Shigaraki comes out. This banner actually ends before that, ends on the 25th. So these banners will be ending before Shigaraki comes out, so you will have to summon on them before you summon on him, no matter what. So just keep that in mind. And then we also have, I don't know why they threw this in here, but we have an int type select recruit. This was so pointless. They could have just not done this. Releases on the 28th, goes until the 13th, right? And so this one is going to have a bunch of green characters. People are going to be tempted because of this character right here. That is the only character tempting here. This guy's garbage. This guy's garbage. She's fallen off. She used to be mediocre. He has some uses, maybe once in a while, not very often though, like maybe. He's actually an OG unit, aged decently, but still pretty useless nowadays. Tranquility Todoroki, he's okay, I guess. Kirishima, pretty useless in my opinion. Mirio, he's okay as like a sub-slot unit if you're using him in Ultra Arena for like defense. Najire, she's fallen off. She used to be okay, best healer in the game at one point, right? Only healer in the game at one point. Shinso, pretty useless nowadays. Green Mike, not too useful nowadays. Same thing with Hawks. I mean, like a lot of these characters are just older characters. They've fallen off. They need to be like reworked or have something added to their kit. Oh my gosh, can we see that this year? Can we see like, Dokkan Awakening type style stuff for these characters that are older? I would love to see that. We'll see. This Dabi I actually like. He's okay. He's kind of a weird character, but he's fun to use. Toga, not really that great. Compress is really good, actually. You would want to go for him. And then there's the new Naga on here. Some people might want to summon for that. So 3 main characters if you do decide to summon on this banner, which I would never recommend to anybody because it's a general pool banner, is not step-ups, does not even have reduced pity, should not be summoning on this banner, period. Especially with the other banners that are available. But if you're going to summon on this banner, I would say your main characters you're looking for are Nagant, Compress, or for 100% Deku. Keeping that in mind, you could end up pulling any one of these other fodder units. So probably don't pull on this banner, but you do you. And then we have the Steampunk Step Up banner with the new Shigaraki. This is, I did look at his kit a little bit. I couldn't wait, guys. I was excited. I was genuinely excited. So goods and bads about this banner. Good thing, it has a step up. Bads. Look at the memories. If you are trying to pull a UR character, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 featured UR memories, what do you think you're going to pull more of? I'm just, speaking from experience, but I have a feeling most of you probably don't need these other 3 memories because they were on the previous banners. This one is new. This one is okay. These 3 pretty much fully DX'd or almost DX'd, and I bet a lot of people are in the same boat or you even have 1 copy and you're happy with 1 copy, like I don't think anybody wants these. Why are these here? Why are these here? It's just lowering your chances of getting the actual UR character that you want to get. So I'm not the biggest fan of that. Okay, I'll be honest, but that's all right. We also got a new SR memory as well. The SR memory kind of affects the pool, but not really, so not that big of a deal. But in addition to the new summonable memories, we also have an event memory that's coming out. It's called It's All My Fault. And so this one increases character skill impact by 35% if there are any villains on the team. When using characters' second or later successfully executed skill chain, increases characters plus ultra move skill impact by 10% for 3 turns and plus ultra gauge by 5%. So it is a technical hit memory on an SR memory. That's decent. Like if we have VE tower stages ever come back, right? Increasing plus ultra move skill impact is okay. I mean, outside of that, it's not a crazy good memory, but look at the art. The art is very, I don't know. Do you call this cute at this point? It kind of looks cute. I'm not going to lie. I don't know. Am I weird for thinking that? Let me know what you guys think. And then we have the new UR memory. Wait, did I not pull up the SR memory? Hold on. I did not pull up the SR memory. So I skipped that on accident. Going back to that before we get into the UR memory. Battle in Steam increases characters' power by 30% when there are 2 or more UA high class 1A characters on the team. Increases characters' power by 30% when there are 2 or more villains on the team. So that's interesting. The way this memory works, because it seems like it's designed for like the Shigaraki right here, where he can be run with 2 other Steampunk characters and then on the subslots have villains, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. But like just increasing power, like that's a 60% power boost. That is actually that's a lot of power for an SR memory, but I don't really know where we'd use it once again. But the art team always freaking killing it. Then we have the UR memory, and this gives me hope for a Steampunk Hawks. It's highly likely whenever they show stuff in memories, it seems to come to be, because remember, we had the memory showing Shigaraki, and then now we got Shigaraki coming out, so Now they've gotten our hopes up. They better. We'll see. Meeting in the hideout. So, meeting in the hideout increases character's power by 50%, increases character's skill impact by 5% for 2 turns after receiving 1 attack from an opponent with HP decay, which is what this new Shigaraki puts on enemies. So this is literally specifically designed for Shigaraki. Increases character's plus ultra move skill impact by 20% for 2 turns when after receiving 2 attacks from an opponent with HP decay. Regenerates character's HP by 5% for 2 turns after receiving 3 attacks from an opponent with HP decay. So, I mean, regenerating HP, increasing plus ultra move skill impact, increasing skill impact in general, and then increasing power. Basically, this memory is like a super buffer for Shigaraki to allow him to do big damage, is the idea behind it, with a little bit of HP recovery built in. Now, it does lack like plus ultra gauge raise, that lacks like really good healing. It's okay healing, but I wouldn't say it's the craziest. It lacks all speed, you know, no speed for the character or anything like that. So it does have some points where it's lacking, but we'll have to see. Ooh, okay, Steampunk Ida as well. Yeah. So I mean, hope for these characters. Maybe we'll see what ends up happening. And then Shigaraki, the moment you've been waiting for. So let's talk about him, and then we'll take a look at his plus ultra animation. But there are his arts. Honestly, I like them both. I kind of almost like the Unawakened art better with the hand, but yeah, he looks good. Okay, so his plus ultra skill, Steam Transmissible Decay, deals 500% damage to a single opponent, deals 150% damage to all opponents, so it's an AoE, increases a single opponent's cooldown time by 1 for 2 turns, available in Arena and Club Festival. That's really, really good. This skill gains the ability to use Decay and inflicts decay of 20% of damage dealt when character is hiding. This skill gains the ability to use Decay for 50% of the damage dealt when character is not hiding. So depending on if you're hiding or not, it's going to be more decay damage. His action skill 1, Downfall, deals 300% damage to all opponents, another AoE, which is very meta, and cancels one of the opponent's temporary buffs. We'll have to see if it's actually a multi-hit. I imagine it is, but I don't know. Cancels 2 temporary buffs from all opponents affected by defense down. If there are any opponents affected by recovery block, increases this skill impact by 50%, and this skill gains the ability to use decay, 15% of the damage dealt. The interesting thing about this character is I don't think he has recovery block, if I remember reading through his kit earlier. He does have the ability to do defense down, but only on one character. So it's almost like you want to run him with another character who can do like AoE recovery block or AoE defense down. I can think of a couple of characters that do one of those two things, you know, like Yellow Toga does the AoE recovery block. It is only like a medium or low chance to land, and then Celebration Bakugo does the AoE defense down. Other characters do that too, but so already characters coming to mind that you can run this character with and potentially have him be good. 4-turn and 3-turn cooldowns. Really, really solid. And then his action skill 2 is called Necrosis, deals 450% damage to a single opponent, increases this skill impact by 50% when the character is hiding. This skill gains the ability to use Decay, inflicts HP decay of equal to 30% of damage dealt. So, oh, I thought it did defense down here. Maybe that's in one of his auto skills. Yeah, it's in one of his auto skills. Okay, so that's pretty good right there. The one thing I would say, though, is increases skill impact by 50% when hiding. I don't believe he actually hides himself either, so it's almost like he's designed to be run with Compress, who can hide him as a villain like support, but I don't know. We'll have to see how that ends up in game when we actually get him and test him out. His auto skill 1, Growing Evils, after 1 turn passes while character is hiding, decreases the defense of a single opponent with the lowest current HP by 10% for 1 turn. So there's your defense lowering, and blocks the recovery of the opponent for 1 turn. So he can do defense lowering and HP recovery lowering or negating for 1 turn if he's hiding. Okay, he has to be hiding to get that though. So, I mean, it's okay, but it would be better if it was AoE for all the enemies. That'd be absolutely crazy and broken. But yeah, he's not going to be able to make like full use of these buffs right here on all the enemy team. He can make full use of it on one enemy unless you run other characters that do these things right here, which is possible. And then increases character skill impact by 5% for 2 turns when an ally, excluding the character, receives cooldown time reduction 1 time, which is very easy to achieve. And then if an opponent receives cooldown time extension, increases character skill impact by 5% for 2 turns and gives character the ability to hide for 2 turns. Okay, there's the ability to hide. So he can hide himself. I couldn't remember if he could or not. He can hide himself, but it is kind of like a weird way to get it procced, I guess you could say, because essentially if they need to receive cooldown time extension probably from his plus ultra, unless you run like another character who has cooldown time extension or a memory, which you could potentially do. I don't know, it's interesting, we'll have to see. But yeah, he will be able to hide himself for 2 turns, but 2 turns isn't enough to get you back to your plus ultra turn with him hiding, interestingly enough. So I don't know, we'll just have to see. I feel like running him with Compress would be better though. Compress being able to hide him, I think, could be very, very big for him. Hard to say though. And then his auto skill 2, body modifications, gives character the ability to overwhelm, gives character the ability to land a bullseye when character is hiding, and after character receives 1 action skill, increases character's plus ultra effect by 10%, up to 10 times, meaning he can have 100% plus ultra effect, meaning he can just plus ultra turn after turn after turn after turn, and skill impact by 15% for 2 turns. After character's temporary buffs are cancelled 1 time, increases plus ultra gauge of all allies by 20%, and plus ultra move skill impact of all allies by 30% for 3 turns. That is a lot of stuff going on with this character. I think he's going to be good. I think he could potentially be very, very good. He has a lot going on in his auto skills. He has the ability to hide. He has extra skills, extra damage, depending on how things go. The HP decay can't be healed, by the way. You can't heal the HP decay, which is kind of crazy, at least from reading the effect of it. Right, and I'll read that to you really quickly, what it says here from Hydros for how the HP decay works, because honestly, it seems a little bit broken in my opinion. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, we're not doing super big percentages, which I guess makes sense because it might just end up being that broken. But yeah, so when the newly added decay skill effect is applied, a set percentage of the damage dealt to the opponent will also be inflicted as HP decay. So when they take damage, not when they do damage. Additionally, when the newly added HP decay skill effect is applied, they will be unable to recover any HP lost through the HP decay. However, the damage from HP decay itself cannot KO a character, so the HP decay actually won't kill somebody. So that's really interesting. But yeah, Shigaraki, I'm excited for him. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and let's take a look at his plus ultra animation. All of this information provided courtesy of Hydros Impact. Same thing with the plus ultra animation. Go check out his YouTube channel. If you have not yet, check out the MHUI.com website for all that information I just shared with you. But okay, Shigaraki already has a custom background, looking good. I love the, like, oh my gosh, it looks, yo, it's so good. The costume, actually, they went really, oh my gosh, they went hard with this. Yo. Oh, it's actually good. Oh my gosh. It's actually so good. They didn't do him dirty. They better, honestly, they better do the first Impact Fest like villain, you know, really, really well. So they did do this well, at least. The animation is clean. I do like it. I like it a lot. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know what you think down in the comments about this animation. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? I think they killed it with the costume, with the animation, with the kit. I mean, the kit we'll have to wait and see, I guess, to see if it's really that good. But yeah, he seems really, really interesting. So I'm looking forward to it. Once again, just let me know your thoughts. I know I keep saying that, but I'm so excited. I want to know how excited you guys are. And if you enjoyed the video, please consider going down there, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. And thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel. Peace.